If you're thinking about buying a home this year, did you know you could do it without any down payment? It's true. You can do it with the USDA home loan, and that's what we're talking about here. Hi, my name is Jose. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX here in the Inland Empire in Southern California. And well, if this is your first time on the channel, first of all, welcome. Always honored to have you here. In fact, be sure to hit the subscribe button right down over here, and then also be sure to hit the bell too. This way you never miss any future content where I talk about buying, selling, and of course living here in the Inland Empire. Here are 6 reasons why it makes a ton of sense to at least consider the USDA home loan. And be sure to watch all the way to the end because I'm also going to cover a USDA home loan requirement that you really do need to be aware of. First of all, like I just mentioned at the beginning, there is no down payment. $0 due when you buy a home using the USDA home loan. Meaning you're able to get 100% financing. In other words, if it costs $500,000, they're gonna loan you all $500,000. I mean, this is a big deal, especially if you're a first-time buyer.
Yeah, you think?
Look at it like this. If you were to buy that $500,000 home I just mentioned, but you did that with the FHA home loan, the 3.5% down home loan, that's a $17,500 down payment due. Which, quick side note, I mean, the FHA home loan honestly is a very popular home loan for many first-home home buyers because 3.5% down, that's actually a really good deal when you compare it to many of the other home loans that are available. But that same $500,000 home with the USDA home loan, that has a 0 down payment. However, keep in mind though that while yes, there is no down payment required with the USDA home loan, but there are still closing costs. Now, how much are the closing costs? I mean, that can vary. It depends on the house. You know, how much was it that it cost? Where was it located? But to give you a rough idea of what you can anticipate, if we go back to that $500,000 home again, I mean, you could probably anticipate somewhere in the neighborhood of $12,000, maybe $13,000 in closing costs. Again, once you have a specific home that you're looking at, your agent or your lender, they'll be able to give you a lot better idea of what the closing cost would be. What's another reason to consider the USDA home loan? The interest rates. I mean, the interest rates for this loan, they really are pretty competitive. And with interest rates higher than they were just a couple of years ago, listen, every little bit helps. Yeah, you're gonna find that the interest rates with the USDA home loan, they're really pretty comparable to the interest rates with the FHA home loan and the VA home loan, all of which are oftentimes a little bit lower than the interest rates for a conventional home loan. I mean, if you're able to get even just a 0.25% discount on your interest rate over a 30-year mortgage, I mean, that could save you as much as $30,000 in interest. Now, another thing to keep in mind with regards to the USDA home loan is that it originally was designed more for the low to moderate income home buyer. Meaning your income cannot be more than 115% of the median income for the location of the home that you're looking to buy.
English, please.
Let's say that the median income for the city where the home is located that you want to buy, but the median income there is $80,000. So in this case, $80,000 times 115%, it comes out to $92,000, which is, in this example, the maximum allowable income. Of course, keep in mind that number will vary depending on the median income for each location. Now, you may have heard that anytime you buy a house and you put less than 20% down to buy the house, you have what's called mortgage insurance added to your monthly payment. And, well, yes, the USDA home loan, it's no different. With FHA home loans, which, quick side note, the mortgage insurance for the FHA home loans, it actually has come down in 2023, but I digress. For the FHA home loan, the new mortgage insurance premium, it's 0.55% of the home loan, whereas with the USDA home loan, it's only 0.35% of the home loan, which, I mean, is that a big difference? Maybe not. But if you're able to save even just $100, sorry, I got to interrupt one more time because yes, you definitely will save more than $100. But even if it was just $100, would you say, nah, no thanks? Probably not. Here's another one when it comes to the USDA home loans, and that is there's no prepayment penalties. Now, I'm not saying that every other loan out there, they all have a prepayment penalty. but some do. The USDA home loan, however, I mean, it does not. In other words, you can pay it off early without being penalized for doing it. A real popular method that a lot of people do use to help pay off their mortgage early is paying an extra 1/12 of your mortgage payment. Meaning this, let's say for example, your monthly payment on your mortgage, it's $2,500 a month. So 1/12 of that is $208. So now you're sending, instead of $2,500, you're sending $2,708 every single month. And by doing this, what you're doing is you're making a full extra payment on your home loan every single year, which will pay off your loan anywhere from 4 to as much as 6 years earlier, saving you a little over $100,000 in interest. Here's another really fantastic thing about the USDA home loan is you can combine down payment assistance programs with the USDA home loan. Important to note here though that while yes, the USDA home loan, it does allow it, however, not all down payment assistance programs do. So I would say definitely check with your lender on that one. But if you are able to, I mean, that could be huge. If we go back to that $500,000 home again that we were talking about earlier, remember if you use the USDA home loan, you have 0 down payment, but there are closing costs. And if you remember, we talked about that, you're looking at roughly about $12,000, maybe $13,000 in closing costs. But if you're able to use down payment assistance programs to help you offset that cost, let's say you're able to get $10,000 to help you with that. I mean, now you're down to like $2,000 or $3,000 out of pocket to buy your home.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you are able to do that, that's huge. But as I said earlier, definitely double check with your lender. What is the USDA home loan requirement that I mentioned back at the beginning of this video that you do need to be aware of? The home you're buying must be located in what is designated as a rural location. Now, yes, believe it or not, there are still locations here in Southern California that do actually meet that requirement. Again, though, double check with your lender because if you do have an area that you are thinking about, they'll be able to help you with confirming that. Also, the home that you're buying, it must be either a single family residence, a regular home, or a condo or a townhome. Although, again, double check with your lender because there are times where a condo or a townhome may not qualify. Or even a duplex or a triplex, or actually you can even use it to buy new construction. However, I am not a lender, so my recommendation is this, and I've already said this here a few times in this video, and that is talk to a lender in order to confirm that any specific home or areas that you are looking at meet the requirements for the USDA home loan. If you're buying a home here in Southern California, let me know. I'd be happy to refer you to a good lender that can help you with that. Of course, though, if you do have any questions about anything I covered here in this video, or if maybe you are thinking about buying a home here in the Inland Empire, my contact information is below. Otherwise, I talked a little bit about it in this video, and that is the FHA home loan rate loan program. For more information on that, this is the video you need to catch next. Or apparently YouTube thinks you might like that one more. Either way though, feel free to reach out. I'm always here to help.